going on, Jack Sauce? Eric here. We're about to dive into day 4 of the 2024 Bitterpops Advent Calendar. I'm ready for a beer, so let's just get into it. I'm thirsty. I'm sure everybody is. Man, December's come in just like it's crazy here in Chicago, man. It got really cold really fast. Really busy, really fast. I know it's the holidays and I'm not complaining. This is where I live. I don't mind the cold all that much. More and more, the older I get, the more I see the benefits of a warm weather area. And of course, I'm very thankful December is busy because it's a very, shall we say, profitable month for people in my business. But it does hit you fast and you're never ready for it. So let's have a beer. All of that was an excuse to help me fight this cardboard that just seems to be winning every single day. It's kind of making me feel a little weak, if you will. The cardboard's beating me. Day 4, we got to get better. Do better, Eric. Do better. All right, what do we got going on today? Lezak by Night. I have no idea what Lezak means, but Lezak by Night, Czech style dark lager, cool, 4.4%. After 3 days in a row of massive beers, this will be a nice kind of palate cleanser, if you will, from Alarmist Brewing. Okay, I love Alarmist Brewing. They're a great brewery up north of here. I forgot what neighborhood in Chicago. But it's northern neighborhoods, much more north than me. They have some good stuff. They have a Pilsner I absolutely love called Crispy Boy. So pulling a lager by them, a Pilsner, or you know what I'm saying. It's a lager, Pilsner. Like I said, it's been a crazy month already. It's only day 4, December 4th. But getting any sort of lager coming from these guys, I'm excited about. They also have a cool kind of claim to fame because they were the very first ever hazy IPA to win a gold medal at the Great American Beer Festival, whatever. I forgot which one it was, but they won a gold medal before when it became a category. Like I said, man, off the rails. Alarmist, good stuff. It says here on the chat, Lezak, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not. We know that. Lezak is Czech for lager, so I did not know that. So now I know. Lezak, I'm just going to call it lager. Dark, smooth, malty, winter evenings, warm fire, good friends, made with domestic and European malts, Czech Saaz hops, I would hope so, and classic Czech lager yeast. Awesome. Well, Czech lagers, of course, that's where it all began. The very first lager, or Pilsner, if you will, lager style, the Pilsner, which, you know, is the most popular style in the world, was made in Pilsen in the Czech Republic in 1842 by Joseph Groll. We all know this beer, Pilsner or Kel. We all know the story. The natives were restless, so to speak, and they threw the beer out. It was all acidic and just nasty and burnt beer. And Joseph Groll had adapted that English method with the kiln, the rotating kiln, that you could lightly roast malts, and created this beautiful kind of malty but light and crisp beer, which became known as the Czech Pilsner. And of course, that was taken by the Bavarians, the Germans in Bavaria, and made into their own, and is now 1000% the most popular style of beer in the entire world. So traditional Czech lagers, Czech Pilsner style beers, lager, are going to be a little bit more malty than their Bavarian cousins, but they're still light and they're still crisp. A little less prominence on the hops. It's more for flavor than it is bitterness coming out of the Czech Republic. What they do with the dark ones, like this though, they're going to add a little bit of roasted malt to it, dark malts and some roasted malt. So in that same kiln that Joseph Groll used to be able to kiln, to get that maltiness, to extract the maltiness without burning the actual malt and barley and grains and whatnot, they're able to control how dark they want that to go. And the darker you go with it, the more unique flavors you're going to extract, more of the maltiness. Toffees then come out. As long as you don't overdo it, you're going to get beautiful toffee notes, malted milk balls, if you remember, like Whoppers, if you will, come out of it. Beautiful kind of spices, baking spices and whatnot. So adding that when you make a dark lager to traditional kind of Czech maltiness with light white cracker notes and the floral notes that come with it makes for a really interesting beer. People see dark beers and immediately they're afraid it's going to be super heavy. it's not. It's still a lager. It's going to be light. It's going to be a little bit more refreshing than it actually looks. So let's get into this. Like I said, man, I apologize. It's been a long day. Ready for a beer. Look at that. I mean, when you pour this out, it looks more like a porter or a stout than it actually does a lager. Look at that, beautiful. It's not, you know, you could almost call it kind of a brown ale-esque looking beer, but it looks nothing like what you would traditionally pour for a lager into your glass. Beautifully made. Wow. Roasted malt coming through. Very, very subtle hints of coffee. Lots of toffee. That's what I really like. There's black pepper for sure. There's something that I'm not getting. There's black pepper, but it's beyond. It just smells really, really good. I can just smell that for days and days and days. And again, the nose is very bold. It doesn't taste like it's going to be like necessarily a lighter style crisp beer. It tastes like it's going to be super malty, super rich. But sitting again as a lager, 4.4%, I think it's going to be really, really pleasing on the palate. Such a cool beer. Taste. I love this style of beer because it looks like, again, you're going to drink this big beer. It's just light, refreshing, very crushable. Like you could easily crush this in one go and be ordering another one before the guy even leaves the table or leaves you at the bar. It's very light, very crisp. There are definitely those roasted maltiness. There's definitely all the toffeeing that I've been talking about. There's a bready quality, like the candied bread. I don't want to go as far as like fruitcake, but like a nice like bready cookie, if you will. Shortcake? Shortcake might be a good way to say it. There's plums and raisins. But then it finishes dry, super bone dry and light. Those flavors are there for an instant and they just disappear and you get this light, crisp, refreshing beer. This is definitely the palate cleanser we needed after a double dry hop yesterday from other half, the Snickerdoodle craziness from 93 octane, and then of course that Mary Taj from Lost Abbey. Jax, I'm in the middle of doing a beer review. Come on, bud. You can't have this. Anyway, guys, we'll be back at it tomorrow. A little bit more pep in our step. Cheers.